Hey, what's going on everybody? This is G The Hypersapien, and in this video we're going to continue to explore the Ork Miniature Range. This time we're taking a look at Ork's Kommandos. Now again, we've got our basic average looking box with just your Citadel, Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Warhammer 40,000 warnings, our copyright, manufacturers. But like always, we'll bust this open and we'll have a look. So this is how it comes in this plastic. We open this up, 5 of our bases like this. So we've got all our sprues laid out here. We'll take a look at our backpacks first. So yeah, these are quite nice. A little bit like Knob's holsters for their guns with that stitched design. It's quite nice. They've got a couple of bullets. Don't know why Orks always carry just 1 or 2 bullets in this way. The nice little pouches on the big pouch. Got all these bombs. Quite clean, no issues there. Maybe a little bit of mold lines and a few little holes here. Nothing too bad, quite good. Now this is pretty much the same again on these bags. It's slightly different though. You've got knives on the side of these ones. You've got dynamite sticks here, and then the way these satchels are a little bit different. You get 2 side by side here, and then you get these mines on top instead of the stick grenades. Just on the side here I can see some mold lines or a little bit of cleanup. But yeah, again, not too bad. We'll start off with this body. So this one looks like there's a few holes there. So there might be some issue once you pull away these supports, but we'll see. I like how it's mechanical here and it goes into flesh. So he's sort of like Terminator, has some cyborg in him. Quite clean though, there's not too many issues. Not too many issues at all. This looks a little bit like a Imperial gun by the aesthetic there. It's got some skulls and it looks like this is actually more of a rock than... I thought it might have been an ammo crate at first or something like that. It looks a little bit more like a rock. Just not sure what this design is. Then we got this git. His face looks a bit like a toothless gremlin from the movie Gremlins. Quite nice again, there's a mold line down the blade underneath. Mold line down his arm, but a lot of this is expected. Just gonna have to get a knife and clean that up. Looks like the barrels are drilled for once, but probably have to drill them a bit more anyway. So there's not that many issues from what I see. A lot of people complain about this, but I guess people like to moan. And I do prefer my plastic myself. But yeah, there's not much cleanup at all really. And then you obviously put your backpacks on them. Yeah, he's not too bad. Now we've got another one. I really like this guy. He's got like a gas mask on by the looks of it. It's quite an interesting design. Key teeth on there. Not his own, but strapped on or bolted on. Yeah, again, quite clean. There's no sort of complaining to do with such. It's quite nice. Got your mold lines in all the places, sort of, you know, where the 2 bits meet, obviously under the arms, the side of this weapon. It's got his rope so he can do some Indiana Jones type stuff. The gun's not bad at all. It's quite nice. Got another Ork here. I really like this chopper. That's sort of an old school chopper right there. That's awesome. I love all these different, they look like different bullets here. Unless it's just how it's sculpted, but they're just, one looks fat, medium, and then a skinny one by the look of it. But has some ropes and belts, quite nice design again. Wouldn't mind some updated versions of these. I could just imagine how good they could be these days. I mean, I think this says 05 or yeah, 05 I believe that is. That's quite some time ago. Love this mask as well, that looks cool. It's got like a little, looks like his nose is coming out and he's got like a little hoop. Looks like he's got a little hoop in his nose. Yeah, again, there's a few little holes under his arm here again, but knife scrape that a few times and should get rid of them. Again, and you can't really see it because it's not top down and it's not side on view, it's under. The only disappointment so far is if they have some sort of little bubbles or holes on their hands, but not many have. And we've got our last orc here. I love how he's got all these dynamites all stuck together. That's really awesome. It's got all these little, they look like smoke grenades, or a flash grenade sort of thing. Again, he's got his gas mask looking face. I love their shirts. It's just, I like the way that they have all this stuff and then they just got, looks like almost a Hawaiian shirt or something. Yeah, that's nice again. Chuck a backpack on, they're good. Yeah, they're quite nice. And then to that dude that's got his foot up on that rock, this is the rest of him. So he's like the big boss. You can tell because he's got a huge head. I like how he's got some tactical goggles on, that's quite nice. He's got his little nose, he's got his nose ring. He's got a cigar hanging out of his mouth and a piercing on his lip and some piercings on his ears. But yeah, he's quite a nice orc. Even though it's such a small detail, I'm going to enjoy painting that face with the cigar. You know, putting a bit of red and orange and even maybe yellow on the end so it looks like it's lit. I like his pose as well, how he's got that foot up on that rock. So basically all the other smaller boys are going and doing their work. He's sitting there chilling, having a puff. I like his backpack as well. I like how he's got a Space Marine helmet. I mean, I guess that shows how old it is because it's like the old school Space Marines. Yeah, he's got all these different looking grenades. He's got the stitched up bag again. He's got the little satchel he's got with the bullets that are on it. Not quite sure what these are. Not quite sure what's hanging out of his bag there. Who knows, maybe more cigars. I like that little grot that's hanging out his bag, throwing a stick of dynamite. He's got a goofy looking face, I guess, like some grots do. But especially with those goggles, he just looks quite silly, but in a good way. Looks like Count Dracula almost. And then obviously quite a standard, but a nice claw arm, big crab looking claw. Yeah, that's nice. I kind of enjoy putting them together just to put a bit of paint on them. But yeah, that's my Ork's Commando review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash that like button. Leave a comment, let me know what you think of these. If you like them, if you've got them, if you hate them. Let's have a discussion in the comment section. And also, if you haven't, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. If you stuck around, I do a lot of these kind of reviews. I've got a lot more of the Ork range to review. And also it will appease the algorithm gods, and I'd really appreciate that. But like always, I appreciate you watching. This was G The Hypersapien, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers!